boys and girls, and welcome back to Grammy's Corner Club, where we sing songs and play games and tell knock-knock jokes. Yes, you tell us knock-knock jokes, that's right. And we also sometimes have some riddles and some trivia quizzes and knock-knock jokes. Yes, Sunny has some knock-knock jokes, I think. I've been learning some new ones. Well, that's very good. So we can have that later, but we also have story time too, boys and girls. So, on that note, let's get this fun started today. You know what? I think you want to tell us some knock-knock jokes, but first let's see who's here today, where they're from. You forgot Iowa. I forgot Iowa? I did. You're right. Last week, boys and girls, when I was naming where all of you were visiting from and you come to the Grammy's Corner Club, we forgot Iowa. How could we do that? There's lots of kids in Iowa. Yeah. Let me see if the kids from Iowa are here. Are you here? Let me see. Cody, Ruby, Libby, Weston, Trey, Isaac, Zachary, Kyle, and Estelle. Wow! That's a lot of kids. It is a lot of kids that we know in Iowa. Wow, and I tell you, we do have kids that are in Florida and kids that are in New York and New Jersey and Tennessee and Alabama. Wow, we are just moving right along. That's really exciting. So let me see. Do you want to see who else is here? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Is there August, Isabella, Everly, McKenna, Angela? Oh, I hope y'all are here today. That's great. How about Benjamin and Bailey, Alex, Jeremiah? How about Addie and Oliver, Zelda, Autumn, Charlotte, Lily? Oh, wow. I'm telling you, this is a lot of kids. Florida. Oh, that's right. The Florida kids. Let me see. Charity, Christy, Joanna, David. Yay! Wow. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to have a lot of fun today, and especially with knock-knock jokes. Knock-knock jokes. I think Sunny is really ready to tell us her knock-knock jokes, so we better let her tell her knock-knock jokes. Okay, what knock-knock jokes do you have for us this week, Sunny? Knock, knock. Who's there? Mikey. Mikey? Mikey who? Mikey doesn't fit in the lock. Oh, that's a good one. I gotta remember that one to tell Grandpa. He'll laugh at that one. That's funny. I got another one. Okay, you wanna tell us another one? Knock, knock. Who's there? Howard. Howard. Howard who? Howard I know. Oh, that's a good one. Now you're being sassafras. That's funny. I got one more. Okay, one more. Knock, knock. Who's there? Beets. Beets. I don't know if we like beets even. Okay, I'll go along. Beets who? Beets me. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, those are some funny ones. You are funny. Well, tell me, Sunny, have you had a good week this week? Have you played with your new friends? Molly and Frankie. Oh, and Frankie too. You included Frankie this week. Remember, boys and girls, we talked about being kind, and Frankie was maybe feeling a little left out. So what happened? I shared my crayons and pencils. You did? I'm giving him art lessons. Ooh, you're teaching him how to draw? Wow. So what does Frankie like to draw? Frogs. Frogs? He likes frogs. Boys do like frogs, don't they? Uh-huh. You know, which you're making me think. I do have some frogs that are going to visit us today, and I even have some frog jokes for you. Yay! How about that, boys and girls? That sound good? Yay! Well, I'll tell you what, we will have that. We'll have our song today. Have you been working on your song that we talked about? Be ye kind to one another. Be ye kind to one another. Be tender-hearted too. Oh, good job. Sunny, you've been working on it. Good. I'm glad her head's rattling. Hear that rattle, rattle? Good. Well, I'm so glad. I hope you boys and girls have been working on your song too. Before we sing our song though today, we're going to meet up with those two little frogs I told you about and hear some frog jokes. Would you like that? Yay! All right, Sunny, you go over here, have a seat, and you can watch along with the boys and girls, okay? And here I would like for you to meet my two little frogs. This is Prince Charming and Princess Frog. Yay! Let's have a ribbit, ribbit for the frogs. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Yay! Well, you know what frogs like to do? What do frogs like to do? Frogs like to hop. Yes, they do. Do you know why these frogs are so happy? How do they stay so happy? Well, they just eat whatever bugs them. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Wouldn't you like to do that? Just eat whatever bugs you? Well, do you know what happens when two frogs collide? What happens? They get tongue-tied. Oh no! Oh. How does a frog feel when he breaks his leg? Oh no! He feels unhappy. Because we know frogs like to hop. And they can't hop with a broken leg, can they? Oh, I have one more for you. What happened to the frog's car when his parking meter expired? What happened to the frog's car when his parking meter expired? It got towed. You get it? Towed? That's pretty funny. And one more. What's green, green, and green? And I'm giving you hints. Two frogs rolling down the hill. Green, green, green. Yes, Grammy knows that was a pretty corny one. Well, did you like Prince Charming and Princess? If you did, give them a big ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And as you see, these two stick together. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Yes, they do. Well, it is time to sing our song. Now you remember, last week we were learning this song about be kind to one another. This is out of Ephesians 4:32. And we said that we need to be kind to one another and be tender-hearted, forgive one another, because that's what God wants us to do, right? Yeah, it makes us a lot happier too when we're kind to each other. Sure beats fighting, doesn't it? Yeah. How about you? Have you had a good week in being kind to a friend, maybe to your brother or your sister? Instead of being mean, you were kind. That's great. So let's sing our song. Be kind to one another. And remember, don't forget the whistle down here. Okay, let's try it. Be ye kind to one another, be tender-hearted too. Be kind to one another in everything you do. Just follow Christ's example, be loving, kind, and true. Forgiving one another as God hath forgiven you. Now, do you remember that? Okay, let's try it one more time because I didn't hear all of you sing with me. Are you ready? I want you all to sing with Grammy. Be ye kind to one another, be tender-hearted too. Be kind to one another in everything you do. Just follow Christ's example, be loving, kind, and true. Forgiving one another as God hath forgiven you. Yeah, just like you've been forgiven, we need to forgive each other. Okay, that was super. Good singing. And now, you look behind me. You see that we are going to have a science quiz. Do I have any scientist wannabes out there? Science is your favorite subject maybe in school? You're learning science? How many of you like animals? Yeah? Well, let me tell you what. Today's quiz is going to be a science quiz about animals. Yeah, animals. And our first thing, don't forget, we've got to put on our thinking caps. Put on your thinking caps. Got them on? Rev your engines. Good. Okay. Got your thinking caps on. Your engines are revved. We are ready to do this quiz. There is 10 points per question because there's going to be 10 questions. If you get all 10, you can get 100 points. You will be a 5-star winner. Do you see the 5 red stars? That's what you will be if you get all of them right. Or 60 to 90, which is 6 to 9 questions right, you will be a 3-star winner, which is the 3 blue stars. Or if you get at least 2 to 5, you'll be 20 to 50 points, and you're a 2-star winner. So everybody can be a winner today, all right? Let's listen up and see if you know the science quiz answers today. All right, here's the first one. What food makes up nearly all, 99% of a giant panda's diet? A giant panda. He eats 99% of this food. Do you know what it is? I hear you. You're right. You are right. Bamboo. Yes. How would you like that? Mom would say, kids, come to breakfast. We got some bamboo. Yay. Come to lunch. We got some more bamboo. For supper, more bamboo. Yay. And you all would say, I think we've been bamboozled. I don't think I'd want to eat the same thing for every meal, but that's just about what the giant panda does. Yeah. So if you got that right, give yourself 10 points. Yay, good job. Okay, next one is a true and false. True or false? Mice live for up to 10 years. Is that true? Is that false? Mice live up to 10 years? False. No. They can live in captivity. That means if you have a pet one for 2.5 years at a max. But if they're out in the wild running like they normally do, about 4 months is all that they're gonna live. Yeah. And you that live on a farm, you know that other things eat mice, so they are not gonna live as long, are they? No. So if you said false, give yourself 10 points. All right. Good, let's go to the next one. What is the name of the phobia? If you're afraid of spiders, what do you call it? There's a phobia, it's a big long name. I'm afraid of spiders. What is that called? Okay, I hear it, you know it. Who said that? Arachnophobia, arachnophobia. If you said arachnophobia, give yourself another 10 points. Yay! Good job! Yay! All right, let's go to the next question. What is the largest type of big cat in the world? Now, when I say big cat, I'm not talking about the pussy cat that lives in your house. I'm talking about the ones that are out in the wild. What is the biggest big cat in the world? What? What did you say? Did you say, yes, tiger. Yes, yes, yes. Tiger is the biggest. Let me tell you about the tiger. Did you know that the tiger can get up to 660 pounds? Whoa, you don't want that kitty to sleep in bed with you. No, you might break your bed. Okay, so if you got that one correct, give yourself another 10 points. Yay, good job. Sounds like you guys are doing really good. I've got some scientists on the run. Let's do the next one. This is a true or false. True or false? Crocodiles have no sweat glands, so they use their mouths to release heat. Is that true or false, that they have no sweat glands? They leave their mouth open to release heat. Crocodiles. That's true. Yes, 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 that's true. You're right. So you might see one sleeping and they'd have their mouth open. Cooling off. Is that why you sleep with your mouth open? Oh, well, if you got that one right, give yourself another 10 points. Good job. Let's keep going. Are butterflies insects? Are butterflies insects? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You're right. They're not birds. They're insects. So if you said that, give yourself 10 points. Very good. All right, on to the next question. What are female elephants called? What are female elephants called? Do you know what they are? Cows. Yes, they're called cows. Did you know that? I have to confess, Grammy did not know that, but a big female elephant is called cow. If you got that right, give yourself 10 more points. Woohoo! Good job. All right, here is the next one. This is true or false. True or false? Bats are mammals. Bats are mammals. True? False? True! Yes, true! Give yourself 10 points. I heard somebody say true. Great, true. Yes, 10 more points. All right, are you ready for the next question? This is about bees. Bees are found on every continent of the earth except for one. Which is it? Except for one continent. Do you know what the continent is that bees do not live on? Would it be a cold continent? Antarctica? Yes, Antarctica. And I didn't think of that one either. But if you did, you are smarter than Grammy. Give yourself 10 points and a round of applause. Yay! Good. Take it back. Yay! Very good. Okay, one more question. For if you get them all right, you're aiming for 100 points. True or false? Cats spend an average of 13 to 14 hours a day sleeping. Is that true? Is it false? True, false? True! You're right, it's true. And if any of you have ever had a kitten or cat, you know they're always taking cat naps. They're always sleeping, right? They can just take a cat nap any old place. Yep. So, if you got all of those, you got 5 stars. Did anybody get all of them? Let me see your hands. Yay, I got them all. Jump up and down if you got them all. Jump up and down. Yay! Tell me, Grammy, I got them. Okay, good. How many of you got 6 to 9 right? You're a 3-star winner. Yay! Jump up and down. That's Grammy. I got 3 stars. Yay for Grammy. 20 to 50 points if you got at least 2 to 5 right. You're a winner. You got 2 stars. Yay! Jump up and down. Yay! Give yourself a hand. Everybody, give everybody a hand. Good job. Very good. All right, everybody, have a seat. That was great. So that was fun. I hope you learned something maybe that you didn't already know. I know you kids are pretty smart and you probably know more than Grammy. Maybe you knew all of those If you knew all of them, I would love to hear who's a 5-star winner because you beat Grammy. Well, you know what time it is. It's story time. And we have been reading a book by Jan Karen. She's the author. The story is called Jeremy, The Tale of an Honest Bunny. And remember what honest is? Telling the truth. Being a truth teller, right? Honest, not lying. Okay. So we know in this story that Jeremy has been trying to get where? He's trying to get to Candace. Yes, in North Carolina. He had to go to America. And he's traveling. He's on a trip. So this chapter that we're going to be reading is called Homeward Bound. Suddenly, a small rabbit dashed from the tall grass and boldly hopped up to him. Sir, quaked the brown rabbit, I demand you hand over my bunnies this very minute. Jeremy was startled, to say the least. Before him stood a beautiful rabbit with soft amber eyes, a fringe of dark lashes, and the tiniest powdering of white on her paws. Obviously, it had taken great courage for the rabbit to confront Jeremy, for she was trembling with fear even as she stood before him. You must hand them over now, sir. Who are you? He asked, noticing that this rabbit looked just like Hazel and Percy, except she was a bit taller. I'm their mother, sir. Mama! Jeremy heard Hazel squeal. Mama! Called Percy. In a flash, the green grass was alive with joyous bunnies, rolling and tumbling, nipping and leaping, and Jeremy couldn't tell where one ended and the other two began. When the fuss died down and the children had taken off after a butterfly, Jeremy said, I didn't steal Hazel and Percy, for I am an honest bunny. I brought them here so they would be safe. Oh, well then thank you very much. I should have known, for you have an honest face, sir. Jeremy looked at the toes of his boots. You don't have to call me sir. Oh, but you look like a sir in your lovely jacket, she said. It's my travel jacket. I'm on my way to North Carolina to deliver myself to Candace. Oh, sighed the brown rabbit, quite bedazzled. And now that you've come, I must be moving on. Oh, I wish you would stay, the brown rabbit said, without any of the little stammers she'd had when she was afraid of him. Do you see her? She's kind of snuggling up to Jeremy. I think she likes him. What's Jeremy going to do? Let's see. Jeremy looked at Hazel and Percy flying around the edge of the meadow, leaping over the clover patches. He looked at the great green swell of the hills beyond and up into the protected branches of the oak. What a fine home it was, and what a splendid neighborhood. I must go, he said at last, but come and see the home we found. I'm sure you can stay here as long as you like. Jeremy showed her around the cool, dark interior of the old tree trunk. She exclaimed with delight over the green carpet and the brown hat that Mr. Pigs had broken in until it was nearly as soft as Hazel's ears. Oh, why, this is the loveliest home I've ever seen. There aren't any dogs around, and you and the bunnies will be safe here, but there's something I should tell you. The brown rabbit looked at him with large, soft eyes. Chuck lives upstairs. Who's Chuck? There was a great thrumming of wings as the owl swooped down onto the moss carpet. That would be me, said Chuck. who bowed slightly. Jeremy held on to the horrified brown rabbit, who was trying to escape. "He's okay, I promise. Don't run. He doesn't eat bunnies."
Oh, gives me gas, said Chuck. Are you the mama?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine kids you got there. Y'all make yourselves at home. Stay as long as you like. I come and go mostly during the night, but I'll try to keep the racket down. Want a bite of my Hershey bar? They say it's not good for your teeth, but since I don't have any, what the hey?
Jeremy couldn't put it off a moment longer. He had to be on his way. He stood on one hind foot and then the other. "Mr. Pigs," he told the brown rabbit, "may come and get his hat when Hazel and Percy are grown." "I don't know how to thank you," the brown rabbit said wistfully. "No need to thank me," Jeremy told her. For some reason, he felt the silver buttons were going to pop off of his vest. "Is this goodbye then?" Jeremy looked deep into her large, soft eyes and felt he was falling down, down, down. But he could not tell a lie. "Yes, and I must be going before the sun gets higher. Percy, Hazel, come and say goodbye," their mother called. The bunnies raced to fling themselves on him, with Hazel giving big, wet kisses and Percy trying to unlace his boots. "Don't go," cried Percy. "Oh, stay," implored Hazel. "We were just starting to have fun." "Oh, dear," Jeremy sighed. "Oh. Did you call me?" asked the brown rabbit, batting her long lashes. But Jeremy patted the little ones on their heads, and he scampered away as fast as he could go. "He will send his angels before you to keep you in all your ways." Jeremy wondered for the first time who he was. Just before he reached the fence, Jeremy stopped and looked back. Chuck was sitting on the lowest limb of the oak, telling funny stories. The bunnies were rolling in the grass, laughing. As he hopped away, Jeremy tried to laugh too, but he could not. I think he felt a little sad. And you can see there's the owl telling the little bunnies their stories. But it was time for Jeremy to move on. And next week, we will finish the story. So please come back because you want to see what happens to Jeremy and if he finally makes it to Candace's house. So next week, boys and girls, be sure to come back and hear the rest of the story of Jeremy, the Tale of an Honest Bunny. We'll have some more fun and games and songs and who knows what else. So I hope you've had a great day today, boys and girls. Grammy sure has. I've had fun. And it's been fun hanging out with all of you. Mwah! I blew you a kiss. Bye now. I'll see you next week.